Yes, yes, one love, family. Yes, yes. Thanks for joining. What's good? Hope everybody's good. Peace and love. Peace and love. Truth and love. We're unearthing artifacts. We're unearthing truths, yeah? Deciphering programs that no longer serve. Yes, bro. Island Abu, yes. Leon King, one love. Yes, my G. Leon OG. Michael Tessarian's work. Not sure. I don't know. Sorry, it doesn't ring a bell. Send it over and I'll have a look. Thank you. But yeah, this is what I mean. This is why I've jumped on live today. So we're independently studying work by other independent researchers. Yes, love to be Shell. One love, family. So us independently searching for truths in a system that's embedded with lies. So when we research these truths and then get on a platform and speak them, I'm aware that you got to have tough skin in it. You got to be careful. People are going to be quick to drag you down because you believe with a knowing that the belief systems and everything that we've been taught has been a lie. Absolutely. He does like 700 pages from the Conor Diary book. I'll send it up. Yeah, I've seen a fella decipher it. It might be the same guy, but yeah, Conor Diary's book, beautiful. The Irish Aisa. Irish wisdom one. It's called Origins of Civilization. You'll love it. Yeah, that's the second one.
Boosh.
Thank you, yeah. One love.
Yes, brother.
One love, Quantum.
How are you? Boosh.
Good. Good.
It's right, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Happy afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the truth is the truth. While we're having a conversation, there's no point skimming around it. Isn't it?
Fact of the matter is, us independently souls that are researching information that goes against the collective narrative of what we are supposed to believe. Now, if the world was a lovely place, hunky-dory, and we wouldn't have to research and question what we're being told by these authority figures. Now, these people in position of power, for me, it's clear that they are being funded by corporations who are putting the English power in external hands, which these corporations are bribing Parliament. Therefore, English power is being given to foreign influences, which is against all our charters. It's not allowed. It's abroad, yeah.
This one, bro, doesn't it? Which is why we put Queen Elizabeth on notice, because we knew about it with Article 61 early on the year, didn't we?
Yeah, that's why we did the Article 61 in the early years, because we know that in this land, the Magna Carta and the King and Queen should be upholding law of the land. So when they put power into these corporations who therefore are operating business and commerce, are operating on maritime law. So for us, so basically what I want to say, these people that earn a Nobel Peace Prize are questioning the narrative and not scared to be ridiculed along the way, but then they prove something to be correct and then they get the praises. But they had to go through the journey of questioning what we have been given as facts, because theories can be proved. Theories are still theories, and they haven't been proven to be facts. So when we come along with facts, what are deciphering the system, what's been embedded, what's been built on lies, these people that I say we can call them ignorant to the facts, that the world isn't a hunky-dory place. It should be heaven on earth, but it's being manipulated. Now, people are in position of power, and in that video with Liz Truss, who is openly admitting to being a Zionist, he's openly admitting to be a Zionist. Therefore, the government at this moment in time are being manipulated by corporations, and these corporations are blackmailing the government and then putting this English land laws and legislations, acts, into into so we call it the Zionists. They're the ones that own all the corporations. That is putting the power into external hands, and it's fraud against all of us. We're all living in a state of fraud, and then that's what the name is. That's what the legal name is. The legal name fraud, or the concept of a name and a registration system where you can create joinder with a corporation, so we pay for services what should be a natural given right to us as the living soul, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? So this system it's a wrong system, and then for us to question that system and find out truths and decipher the English language, the spelling, the spellcasts, and decipher these legislation acts and statutes, who we don't have to bend the knee to, we don't have to kneel down and play the victim, because we have the power on our side to stand lawfully as common law in it, common on the ground, because we don't live in sea and we're not vessels. So this information, what we're bringing to the table, is not pseudoscience, is it? Is it quantum? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I've just had someone say it was pseudoscience and accused of being pseudo. Pointed out what you speak to pseudoscience is. I didn't realise that decrypting Phoenician language was pseudoscience. I didn't know being a wordsmith of everything and understanding it is pseudoscience. Like, we know nothing, because we know a lot about what we know in our own XP, but we know that there's a lot more stuff in ether that we haven't picked up and learnt yet, which doesn't mean we know absolutely nothing. But we know what we know, and ignorance is bliss. And we're at the point of, and I'm very straight about it, I swear and screaming that, but if any man wants to come and insult my brother to my page, which is what's just happened, I've just sent 111 people, because my account got hacked, the 1,500 they had. I've just sent them all a post, and a scouse kid come at me. I'm like, he's 6'4", he's big kid, swings kettlebells, goes to gym with drug dealers and gangsters and murderers. Didn't call any murderers out last couple of weeks, but he wants to call my brother out being absolute pseudoscience, and we're laughing at you, he says to me, and I'm like, yeah, Dean Navarro. Keep laughing, mate. I'm not arsed, kid. Keep laughing. Because you guess what? I'm not arsed, mate. I pity. I don't pity you. No, I'm going to get this very correct, because I'm what we had. It triggered me like fuck, mate. Because no one's putting a dark fucking thing on my brother because it's fake. I just had it with the probation service this morning. Said they sent me a summons letter to go for a meeting at probation. Didn't send it. Phoned me up. Told her straight. So what you do? And she started talking over me. I'm at that point with no one. We know where we are as the kings. We've got to step into this now, and it's the nicest way of doing it is with compassion. But if any man wants to take us on in verbals and take me on, I'll absolutely end you tomorrow. Women, different kettle of fish. We've the compassion of getting us back as the yin and yang working together, and this place coming back has got to be with the both energies. But if any fucking fucktard man in the northwest, in the country, in the world wants to piss around and start talking the talk, you better start walking the walk, because you're talking to the wrong two fucking people. You know what I mean? You're talking to the 21144s who own the shit day in, day out, and have done, and they've given our lives up. So no one's insulting my brother. So Dean, you know what I'm saying, lad? Jog on, kid. I compassion for you, mate, because it's fear. False evidence appearing real, and you'd rather make a joke of that rather than have a converse and possibly make a mistake of being wrong. You can only be wrong. Unfortunately, for dopamine machines, the only mistake they're willing to make is not get 10 press-ups out in 20 seconds. And that's just, what? Mate, I'm waiting for someone to have these and go, blah, 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 you're wrong, and pull me on everything I've said for 4 years on Instagram or whatever thing. And no one's pulled me once, but because it is what it is. I'm not being a smart ass, I'm just saying what I need to say. And brother, no one's going to insult my genius brother and friend, no one. I don't care who you are, so you better be fucking have a set of them. Because if you want to insult this fucking man, I'll fight his battles for him. Because we're brothers and we're fucking twins, so you better be fucking prepared. That's how it is. I go to the gym every day, I smash a bag every day, and I'm ready to smash back the pyramid setting. So if you want to go, you know where to go and fucking look. That's simple, like. And I'm not condoning violence, but if you want to fuck on us, you'll suffer the consequences. And if you want to try and charge gates, or you want to cause issue, you'll be dealt with accordingly. So keep your comments to your fucking selves if it's not positive, or you don't ask a question. But most people, with the post they've just put privately to them, come back with, how do we go about fixing this more, brother? And I had a yin and yang. One kid's insulted my brother, another kid answered the question, And as this was coming live, I was answering the question to the CBD kid, and he was like, no, you don't insult me, but by sounding arsey, because I'm not sounding arsey of anyone, but if any man wants to cross me, I will wipe you out tomorrow if you think you're going to fucking tell lies and mislead.
Yes,
and
there's my number over there, Reed. Not in
and do a joke all day. Yes, brother.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What it is, Quantum, what you touched upon then, it's false evidence appearing real. So what it is, the humanity, the collective consciousness of humanity, we are all connected. You're never alone. You're all as one. So collective consciously, we've been suppressed by the television and the heavy frequencies, the low frequencies that have kept us in a fear state of reality. So fear stops you from being able to move forward and evolve into your love, into your heart center, and then you'll be able to not be able to be manipulated because you'll be able to see with your third eye, yeah, because you're opening and moving with love, right? Exactly. So that's the point where I was at. I'm at the point at 2019 where all these, in bracket, conspiracy theorists, conspiracy theories prior to 2000.
Talking about an idea, a conspiracy theory. Can I just say, brother, while we're talking about events, can I just say to everyone, a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy is two people talking. So we're having a conspiracy theory now about a fucktard chatting shit. That's conspiracy theory, what we're doing now. Two people having a converse. Conspiracy theory. Just so everyone knows. Talking about an idea.
So when you break down the word properly, it's a coincidence, and a coincidence, if you research that in the dictionary, it's a planned event, staged event, which is all connected. So prior to 2019, I always had the third eye where I seen through lies and illusions, but nothing was really took into my physical life where I would act upon it, because it was like, right, I know about it. What do we do? As soon as 2019 happened, yeah, something changed inside me where I activated when I moved from my heart. So 2019 coming, and the control that the government was doing in the physical and locking people down in the physical, and which had the opportunity to affect us, our family, our children, and the next generation, I decided to take it upon myself to move in my heart and be a speaker for the next generation, because I have a sun and a moon. So therefore, while I'm in my alpha male state and I am strong, and I've got an open heart, and I'm be able to protect and learn and research and be strong enough and courage enough to stand outside the box and stand up and speak the truth to protect them. Because when I get older, who am I going to rely on to be able to protect my next generation if I don't do it now? Yeah, so I haven't got fear. I don't move with fear. And when I come and give knowledge and give what I have learned out to the open, and it's a free will zone, if it resonates with you and you like what I say, and you're willing to learn, come together and we'll create a common unity. I've said it since 2019. We need a common unity. We need to not discriminate, not divide one another. We are all living souls, the living witness. We are all a point of view. We are all an angle of the Most High. So the Big Bang happened, split itself into a million angles of light, and we are all here now in a point of view, experiencing life and experiencing in our own point of view. So the creator is our living soul, and we are all connected. You're never alone, you're all one. So we are all experiencing life from all its different angles. So once you overstand fear and you don't fall for fear, you break out of the box. Out of the box, what's the box? The black cube, Saturn matrix is the box. What does that mean? Research Chronos. Chronos is the god of time and illusion. Yeah, these man-made constructs, what we are questioning in, are the lies and the root of all humanity's evils. So these evils, what we are questioning in, and we're stepping outside the box with love, which is therefore the system's built on lies, and the only thing that holds the system up is the mind of the masses. So when we pull at one lie, it's like a woolly jumper. You're pulling at all of them. So when I put a video up and send it to everyone and say, Liz Truss, it's coming from her mouth. Now, the population did not vote Liz Truss in. She got put in there by Tory MPs. These are the same Tory MPs that have backed the coronavirus and all jabs. These are the same Tory MPs that have hidden Jimmy Savile's abuse and protected the royal family. Yeah? These are the same people that are putting English power, people's power, because people are the power, into corporation hands who are fictitious illegal entities, because corporations don't exist without us being charged our life force energy and giving them power. But they've coerced and manipulated us through illusions and through word trickery to then so these people in position of power, these corporations have taken the power from the English land and putting it in external power. It's treason. The government know that they're doing treasonous games. So what was it when the barons?
That's why we fill this out, because we put Queen Elizabeth on notice, didn't we, brother?
Yeah, because the barons told the Queen that she was treasonous, because what it is, it all started with Tony Blair. Tony Blair was putting the power externally to the UK.
Getting rid of all the treaties in France, wasn't he?
Yeah. So as soon as you go into the EU, yeah, you're taking the power from us, because what it is, yeah, we all have a crown on our head, and as king, I'm asking, we are king in it. We are king. So as king, who give Liz Truss the power to be able to then go to a Zionist meeting and then declare her uphold trust, not to the people of the country, which is us, everyone. Yeah, she's doing it to the Zionists. Yeah, she's pledging, I am a huge Zionist, and that was a quote, and that was what was on the video, what we put on there, saying that these Zionists are openly admitting to being Zionists, and these Zionists can be traced back to the Rothschilds, and the Rothschilds can be traced back to backing all the bankers' wars in the 1900s. So all the war that all us have known through generations have been backed by the Zionists. So that means all bloodshed and all our families that have been killed in all these fake bankers' wars have been deaths. What could have been reverted, could have been not happened. You know what I'm saying? We could have done it a different way. But these people in position of power, these evil entities, these corporate thieves, these politicians, parley in French, pirate talk, it means talk, lie, and then ment is your mind. So they're talking lies to your mind. But when I want to decipher this information and share it and create a common unit, people will, when they don't understand the frequency that we're talking at and the love that we're talking from, they will get scared, and then we will question us and say that we are pseudo-scientists and we are wrong'uns or whatever. Why? Because I don't want to fall into a box. So the educational system and everything that is man-made, yeah, is every word that is written with intention by the English language. The English language is the language of spelling. So all man-made constructs, all educational systems, all religious systems, all books are created by these bar members, these Illuminati as the illuminated ones. So these illuminated ones are the Illuminati. They create all books, they create all knowledge. So it's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Papa Bull, all these lords and that who sit in their court. But what's a court? A court is a place where a game can be played. And what's a statue and an act? You know what I'm saying? The action. So the world's a stage to be played on. It's an act. They're all reenacting. But then they charge us, and then we submit and bend a knee by giving them the legal name, which is owned and copyrighted by someone else. So when we're using that name, as we know, yeah, that's their construct, what they've given us, so we can place ourselves in fraud. When we place ourselves in fraud, we lose all our power as living king. We are the living king. We are the king, the sovereigns of this nation, and we are all connected. So we are the universe embodied in the physical. So the black and the white is the yin and the yang. Black and white in legal fictition is dead and have no substance. So you're copper melanated beings, yeah, but we can't be divided by what the legal system gives us as a title, because any title is a tit of hell, and then what it is, yeah, you suckle it. So you're uttering. So when you're learning the English language and living which is evil backwards, and you're just living and just getting on in their constructs, you're living backwards and it's evil backwards in it. Right, so these man-made constructs, yeah, we have to question where they've come from. These are all Masons. They're all the Masons. So you get like people like the Einstein and the Newton and Plato's and all these people that have been characters on the world stage. These are all Masons that have been given scripts to read, to manipulate and divide divide the masses. Don't forget, the mind of the masses is the foundation of the system, innit? As soon as we can break the mind of the masses and then let them elevate themselves with truth and love, the system will crumble. So the only thing that's holding this system together is the little Agent Smiths, yeah, who feel that they have to question and have the audacity to slag people like me and you and everybody off who are speaking from love and won't change for the greater good. I don't want to see no one suffer. No one should suffer. All children should never go hunger when Mother Nature provides all in abundance. So what's hunger? Is it a rich man's tool to control a population? Well, I really hope not, but it looks like these punks are serving Satan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking from heart. That's why it flows. It's universal. You and I on the verse is universal. And when you're speaking from truth and love, you're speaking in rhyme and you're speaking godly angel tongue. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be divided. But this world is a free will zone, and these people will have the audacity to slag and whatever and bad minds. But that's where you should never judge a book by its cover. And if you're not learning by old mistakes, and if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's a definition of insanity. You know what I'm saying? So these people will do what they have to do, but that's from a place of their own fear and their own insecurities. They don't like somebody else who might be. So they're operating in a place of ego where they can't have a fact that some kid from Salford, Manchester is speaking truth. And it's not coming from him. If it's not coming from him and he can't embed it in his own ego and profit the energy from it, then he's going to bad mind it, you know what I mean? Because he's not the authentic creator from the truth, you know what I'm saying? But it goes deep, but the truth of the matter is, lies and illusions have been broadcasted, and the English language is the language of spelling. And as soon as you break one lie, you pull out all of them, and in the next minute, everything's tethered together. And then we are the living witness, so it's my duty and your duty if you see fit. God, the Most High doesn't like lukewarm. We are either all in on one side or all in on another side. There's no in between. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe that Liz Truss is not a Zionist, even though she said it herself, I'm a massive, huge Zionist, well, then that's on your own ignorance and insecurity. But ignorance, so basically, we're learning legalism and learning legal law, innit? Their legal system, and maximum law. Ignorance is no excuse to the law.
No excuse.
So no ignorance is no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't bliss when we didn't know about the ignorance we all had. And now most of us don't know. It's not bliss. It's hard work. We've had to give our lives up. I think lots of people are not quite understanding. You know, where's yours? You know, I'm a lone parent man, and mine's been in a different way. But this, you know, this woman was a bit. Yes, the brother. Boot. Yes, man.
I'm never lying down. We're a lion. I'm rising. Energy. I'm saying we come together, common unity. This is I'm underneath a tree in the rain, but we're communicating with open heart, mate. That's what it's about. Because we need to take over the House of Lords and the House of Commons. We need to be the people's voice. And do you know what I'm saying? And if I was ever in a position of power, we'll end all these corporations. We'll bring the country back down to common law, common sense law, where, do you know what I mean? We're not in maritime. We're not a vessel. We're not dead lost at sea. SQV Act 1666. So the third SQV, when the King Henry VIII and his clergymen and his corrupt people brought in, and it's still acting out now, where everybody's registered, submitted, and declared dead lost at sea to the Crown Corporation. But we say that openly, and we have the truth. I've got a Black's Law dictionary. I've got many books. What points proof to it? They're not just videos on YouTube. The videos that we do find now is after we've spoke it for 3 years, and these videos are now more evidence just to back up the truth that we already know. So this is all truth. And if you go and ring up any bar member and ask them about legalese and contracts and do I have permission to use a legal name? I need a bar member to give me written permission to use that legal name. If I haven't got permission, nobody should be practicing legal name, because that's legal sorcery, and without permission to practice legal sorcery, you're not allowed to do it. So I haven't got a bar card, you haven't got a bar card, therefore none of us should be doing it. But we're too busy being human beings, which are too busy bees being worker bees for the fucking queen bee. But we're too busy figuring out the truth instead of just staying with motion and just doing from the truth and from love, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So she was a Brexiteer, wasn't she, boys? You know, the three of us know she was a Brexiteer a couple of years ago. She was complete, you know, Liz Truss. So everyone's got to understand that the illegitimate queen who's passed away, who passed her on and said, you can be in charge. She didn't have no rights to be where she was. Now we've got this fella who wants to put it, you know, Charlie Morley. Charlie Morley wants to put his name on stuff now. So what are we going to do with Charlie Morley? You know what I mean? These kids can't carry on. So I reckon we just go to Chester. Us three, Sam. The rest of us go to Chester, get a boosh on, turn the cathedral on, turn the tunes up, and then just go Chester, Manchester, York. And then we'll just take every church from
across the north.
Yeah, because the north is the so for me personally, like we say, we've got to take everything. So it's mind, body, spirit. So what it is, yeah, with us persons in bracket now, because we're all indoctrinated to be a person. Yeah, the person is a persona, and it's a corporation. Yeah, so us persons are indoctrinated. Oh, see, my mind's going now. We're indoctrinated to fucking. Oh, my mind's gone now. I was on a rant and reading things, but just go on. We'll come back in a minute, bro.
I get it, man. I get it. I think if we took these buildings back and show people what these buildings do, these healing buildings, and we took away the grounding rods, the grounding strips, and actually had people understand that sound, frequency, energy, vibrations, everything, and therefore you get them in there and they start to feel the difference. That's when you'll get the support from the people, because until you actually show them a different way.
We start with this. We just take it on to this is the microscopic, macro, micro. That's all it is. Smallest. We all live in cheat codes, everyone. You all live in cheat codes. You're all an organic on these. All this is here to do is assist you getting back to the top end. We're all one of these. This is what we all are. A living, breathing organic. And it's getting everything. Yeah, all it is getting everyone back to understanding that, and then everyone can be their own placebo. And then, but nowhere, you know, if that's level 1 billion, you've only got to be at level 1 to understand and to start moving. It's just 1, 2, 1 step and another step. And if people just start, we understand how crazy it is. We're trying to do stuff to stop you going down the roads we've been. There's people that have been on the path before us to stop us going down the road. For the 33 to 39 years the three of us have been alive, we've had a constant in culture. Pop videos, televisions, films, music, singers, all of them 51-49 or 49-51, black or white, on the chessboard, playing the game. Everyone's got good news and bad, and when you know you're all in here, and then you're in your balls, the coherence is hard to get, because then it's constantly every day. Every day, the three of us will get it, you know, we work on ourselves every day. But it doesn't mean that we don't get that. Because the more you get down the rabbit hole of working, the more sticks to you. That's the dark, because you're clean. So when you're a clean Ferrari, the mud sticks easier. So you're like, shit, I'm doing it.
I explained this. When the devil knows you're trying to get out of the matrix, he sticks his claws in your back and tries to pull you back down. So, you know, as much as you know you are, that also brings the dark, like you say. It also brings the dark. People look at you and go, "Fuck off! You talk shit," and makes you feel bad again.
Yin and yang, but it's actually then again as a light worker, when you go around doing your stuff, you're naturally doing you. You're going to get people putting your path to help. You're going to constantly get the mirror. Oh, you've got a mirror in. You have it all the time. It can get difficult with each other sometimes, but then at the same time, once we step in it, we know where we're at. Like, you two know, I die for you right now, because I've got to do it, because I know that's got to be done. That's got to be done, because you two are going to carry on doing it, and I know he's got all the information tomorrow. So we're done. All this stuff's here. We're not. All the information's out there.
We're sacrificing ourselves anyway, because we sacrificed everything we had for what we believe. We're willing to stand and get pointed and laughed at by those that don't understand, by those that don't get it, by those that think that we're crazy, when actually they're the crazy ones to question us in the way they question us.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's what it is. But yeah, it can be frustrating, can't it?
So that's what it is as well, boys, gentlemen, living souls, living witnesses. So what I was going to say before.
Noisy bastard, right? Noisy bastard. Fucking hell.
I'm working.
What I was going to say before about us persons, yeah. So we've dragged in. So as the living soul, we've been indoctrinated. Mind, body, and spirit is the Holy Trinity, isn't it? But what we only see now is the 2D reality, which is only the body. We don't give attention to the mind and the spirit, because everything's brought on paper. Everything's 2-dimensional. Everything's supposed to not have thoughts, feelings, and emotions. But as soon they've took away the thought, feeling, and emotions away from everything and brought everything on paper, which is 2-dimensional. You're not supposed to be able to have thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you manifest and come together. So one is me, and then see how there's three of us in here now, the Holy Trinity. So then now it's the witness, the mind, body, and the spirit. You get the body right, clean the waters in the body, and then you can work on the spirit. Yeah, mind, body, and spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your mind, and then your spirit as well. It's the intuition, then what you get to tap into with the love frequency, because everything's intuition based. I've got down where I've got to is by following that little voice, that little intuition. Do you know what I mean? Following the Most High and then praising the Most High, being grateful, and then being able to just navigate my vessel through this realm. What's on maritime, innit? So maritime is commercial law. It's
she just admitted, hasn't she? She just admitted to the realm. She's actually said in this realm. You know, she said it blatantly. So that, you know, start actually listening to the MP again, the one that they all believe. Then if they start listening to what she's saying, they'll start understanding that she's literally telling you. And you know,
truth is in plain sight, and what it is, I believe that this show will continue to go on until we have nothing left to do except from rise up. But what I'm worried about in the same respect is if you put a black ant and a red ant in a jar and you shake it up, you're going to cause division. So listen, this is what they've done now recently. All these Illuminati members, all these Freemasons, all these celebrities, everybody who's got multi-millionaire record deals and put on a pedestal, they've been allowed to get there. They're not going to put me on there because I'm going to free the world and make everybody healthy again. Do you know what I'm saying? And get everyone's mind, body, and spirit. But what these little Masons want to do, they want to track us down and throw in spanners into the work. So you see Kanye West, recently wearing a jumper with White Lives Matter on it. All they are doing there is just trying to just ruffle your feathers, so then people's opinion then create. Then you're giving someone energy. You're creating the energy what they want you to do. You're giving life to. So he done that silently, but the internet would take all the videos and give it power to then divide the people. So we're dividing ourselves. We are the master creators. We are capable of being the good or the bad, the evil or the devil. You know what I'm saying?
What people don't understand is, what people don't seem to get is that even when he's speaking his truth and he's standing up there passionate like he is, he's not actually being passionate. He's just acting because they're all actors.
Yeah, they're being told.
You know the 51-49 I talk about. That's where the prince is. It's when we're in this position where we've got to call someone to account on what they're saying, because we can't not. It's got to be, you know, it's knowing that we've got to come to 49% on them. But the power of our truth is that powerful. It's like we're 99% on them, 1%, but we're always underneath where they just are in terms of overbearing them and being like that. We don't need, you know what I mean? Because it's coming out of bang with the truth, but it's compassion. It's like, no, I'm telling you the truth for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's so hard. You know what I mean? It's this is not. I don't think this is going to ever be easy. You know what I mean? It's the biggest thing we've ever had to do ever. Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole universe has never been in this business. It's ever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's go in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I boss, get a tunes up on the boots.
It's about, you know what I mean? It's about trying to take control back. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Not feeding into and being quick to judge. You know what I'm saying? We need to come together with open heart, knowing that not everybody knows and not everybody has all the answers. But the only thing that you do need to have is an open heart and an open mind to then be able to move forward and put manifestations into power by moving with motion. Yeah. So no emotion. Emotion is no emotion. You need to move with motion to make it manifest.
Energy in motion, electrical
energy motion manifest. But that's the love. So it's easy for me to get on it for work. So these people that don't believe what we are say, here's a simple question and simple test. Like, if I walk into your room now and say, start effing and jeffing, that energy and that word and that power is going to make you then get upset, rattled, and then the commotion will come off that, and then it's an evil intention. But I can come into your room and speak power, love, and give you the hug, and then that's
uplift you.
Putting the fact to the matter, putting it into the truth, where we are capable to affect people's thoughts and emotions, isn't it? That's as simple as that. So with that simple experiment, we know that we can speak and come together with motion and love and create something authentic.
Positive words attract positive people.
Yeah. And then we be that change. We've got to be that change, isn't it? So
to be the change, to see the change,
Yeah.
I see it as there's only two emotions that actually count in this realm, and that's love and hate. And every other emotion is a subheading of them, love and hate. That's the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. So they figured out that the only way to destroy us, but also create for them, is to have people that we love that want us to influence us to create the things they want us to create. So whilst destroying the other things with fear. So they control this world through your emotion only, because everything is energy, emotion. Even if I move my hand now like that, I'm moving energy. So therefore, I'm doing it with an emotion. Every thought we have, and every time we speak, the thoughts we have and the love we're giving, or the hate we're giving that thought and that action, we're actually creating or destroying any one time in our lives. Every time you breathe in.
Exactly. So you're either a creator or a destroyer. So then that comes into the simple principles, the Hermetic principles, where as above, as below, and internal and external, as of inside as of out. You know what I'm saying? So the duality exists in us, and we move, and the universe's powers and energies is duality. It's the up and the down. What goes around must come around. What goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? And that's that in the physical, the representation of our vessel is the white and the black, and that's the yin and the yang, the Irish and the Jamaican, like my man says, truth, fire Don Sam. You know what I'm saying? We are the master creators, but there's a balanced equilibrium in the heart center where nobody sees and judges in the physical, because your actions are in the spiritual and in the spirit, in your soul. That's where your soul is. You know what I'm saying? So
the soul.
Yeah,
man. The soil, the land, air, and water, the soil.
And in your dome as well, plant seeds in the dome and hope it grows. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we're doing, aren't we? We're just food for thought, aren't we? We're trying to help raise the conversation from
we're trying to take our
normal conversations.
You want to go there? You want to take our world as big as possible?
Loud and proud, right? The Irish are the fighting Irish, and the Jamaicans are just the same. We're all there to fucking fight together. And if those that don't see it and don't understand it, don't get it and understand it, then start to research history, the proper history, not the shit you're being fed, the stuff you can actually go find yourself. Go and listen to old stories of the past, and go look at some scriptures, because it's all there. It's in plain sight. We just ignored it. We chose to ignore it because we got told that we didn't need to see it. We didn't need to go research it.
We didn't choose to ignore it. We had to choose to forget it. We had to choose to leave these paths, remember it now. Because I was on a train yesterday going to Kirby to meet a business partner. And on the way there was a little Jedi. He's only about 18 months old, in his tram, in blue. I'm in blue tracksuit, my mum's tracksuit, and he's in his little blue thing. He's like, he's awake. And he looked at me and went, boosh. And he went, boosh, dead loud. And I'm like, his dad went, he doesn't even talk really. Like, I went, all right. And then he just stared me out. And literally, he just looked at me and just went, no quantity, mate. You're having a download off me, mate. And I'm like, he's been in before him, hasn't he? And he just, honestly, like he put a cheek on my head. I was just like, whoa, I just closed my eyes for about 5 minutes while he was looking at me, and he's just staring at me. And I opened my eyes as he was stopping. And then when his dad got off the train, I went, brother, I said, he's a Jedi, him, like. You remember what I said? He's just giving me a download on the train. I said, what? I said, that's why I'm on this train at this time today. I said, I've never met a babby like that. I said, I meet him, I said, and I get on with him, I said, but he's never done that. He looked at me, smiled, and went, boost, then went, and then looked at me to go, now, are you compensating now, mate? And put it on me. And I was like, oh, mate, it's like that. He was a babby. I was like, this, like, and we were like as babies, but then we had to go on a hard path to forget. I know, with my little, these two wordsmith genius, these two men on the other side of this screen now are absolute genius. Between the North Festivals, if I'm a free, these two are a 99 billion infinity beyond in terms of words and what they can do in genius now they put together. I can't explain anymore. I spoke to Smudger, and I had to put him down to Scott, because like, this is a different level, and I know I can do it very working class and get it to the fucktards and get them to come, and then put them into these two to get them to come out the end of a Ferrari. But then at the same time as doing that, we've got the Ferrari healthcare. We can do this with Sam and the team of kings we've got. We can do this any which way. It's just we have to keep it up every day. It's hard. It's not easy, like. Well, it makes sense.
I have got a public service announcement, mate. I have got an announcement as the living witness, magnetic energy in the physical. This is what I was downloading. I've been a bit quiet recently because now it's getting cold and that. I go into hibernation mode and I've just got to do a bit. But I do believe, and I do know actually, we need to create our own political party as such, which will be in a private trust fund, and it will not be registered to the crown. And we need to create the party as the enlightened minds. So then we can be the voice of because not everybody's up for being the warrior in the garden. You know what I'm saying? People naturally are creative followers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People like
influence.
us three, the Holy Witness, and people like Firedon and other beautiful souls all over, we need to come together with an authentic movement to take back our buildings, our public buildings. These people who are put in position of power are fraudulent, have took the power, yeah, by violent means and crimes against humanity. So these buildings, these Houses of Lords and these Houses of Commons, we need to take back these public buildings. We are the power. So
The caretakers, in it, brother.
a political party. We need to create the enlightened minds, open heart, open mind, to then be able to come together and create something real, authentic, where people can relate to and help people grow, come together with common unity. The Golden Age Republic, you know what I'm saying? It's a republic back underneath common law, universal law, where I'm born with the knowledge, where I know what's right and wrong, and we need to go back to them basics, the basic principles, where we rise up with the sun. Every day is a new opportunity, where you're born again, and we have the power to manifest according to how we're supposed to move, you know what I'm saying? And we take it back to basics, where you only need shelter and food.
It's the process we have, the childbirth. You know, that's why they put all these fake kids, because they've all been pulled out of the womb with forceps. When kids are allowed to come out of the womb, be birthed properly, and then have a placenta, let the tree of life left on until it falls off, and they whip it back outside, and they do it properly, and then like, oh, the placentas are off, time's been the baby in the house, because now he's got all his energy from outside, now he's had his download of where we're at, and the baby's gone, oh, I know where we're at, and then we just run off the baby. But unfortunately, for a long time, it's not been like that, has it?
It's
you know what, bro?
It's deep as well.
It wasn't until I bumped into you two, right, that I thought for a while, am I the only one that knows this stuff? Am I the only one that's actually seeing it? Am I the only one that can actually explain what the fuck's going on? Then I spoke to you, Scott, and now we're starting to connect. I'd like to say that anyone's watching this video right now who's got any sort of idea about buildings, about legalese as well, who wants to move and wants to go forward and change the world, then get in touch, man. Get in touch. And we'll come together and we'll go do what we need to do. We need to take these buildings back. We need to show people what these buildings actually do, what these buildings are about.
So what 100%, brother, and it's a beautiful movement, and it's all in divine timing. But what I will say as well, chapter 1, verse 26, God gave man dominion over land, air, water, sea. God being the creator, so the creator, the divine creator, has give us dominion over the law. We are the law, but we've been manipulated and coerced into commerce. You know what I mean?
Commerce,
by the bar members who class themselves as the Illuminati, the illuminated ones. They sold out the whole country, the whole world, to the Papal Bull in 1403. And then in return, in 1666, after the third and final CQB Act, they got permission to keep the city of London to themselves. And then in return, the whole world, the waters of the whole world, and the nutrients and the minerals of the whole world was classed as the Roman Papal Bull, Un and Sanctum's property. So they own all your waters. Don't forget, our body's made up of 70% water. Yeah, you come from your mother's water. Yeah, you're birthed into the maritime system by legalese, trickery. Your birth in canal is the doctor, so your vessel, your mum docks at the doctor, and that doctor extracts your ore. You dock in as a boat, and then your ore is your AU Ra. Your AU is on the periodic table, the gold, and your Ra is the radiant light energy of your soul. So they have manipulated a spiritual trap with words and trickery to keep the spiritual being held down in the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? So to judge someone by their skin tone is very two-dimensional when we are spiritual beings. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't judge, and we're not moving with any type of hate. But at the end of the day, evil and good are the polar opposites of one another. So like water and oil will not mix, evil and good will not mix. So therefore we might get passionate when we are approaching evil entities like Liz Truss hailing to be a Zionist, because we know the truth of the matter is that they have fraudulently took positions of power and then sitting on a negative ion. What's a position? A positive ion. Now they're a negative ion on a negative order, pushing negative agendas. But these fallen angels, how do they push their agenda? Through spelling, through words and intention, and through broadcasting and remote programs. Why do you reckon the English language has programs with remote programs and televisions? Because that's what these fallen angels do. If you picture an angel in your brain, you're going to think of a loving angel sat on a cloud playing a harp, So if you think on the negative duality of that, you're going to see an angel. On a negative, a fallen angel is going to be playing sick frequencies to put fear in you. That's why the BBC and all these news agencies are owned by the same corporations, what are all tied back to the City of London. The City of London is where all corporations are registered to, and also a living person a living person is a capitalised name who's classed as a corporation. The capitalised name is the dead man lost at sea through the 1660s. The corpses, your capitalised name, like the tombstone. These are all corpses and corporations. The dead, praising the dead, like the dead mourning the dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think they give you
morning.
Yeah. So we now know this with open heart. So then speak the truth. We don't appreciate, but then also it's a free will zone. So if my man wants to get on here and say that I'm an idiot because of whatever pseudoscience I'm speaking, well, more fool him, pity the fool. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it won't stop him.
I pity the fool! I pity the fool!
It won't stop him.
I pity the fool!
Hearts, feeling, and emotion.
I ain't getting no pity! I pity the fool!
We're on the plane. We're on the plane. We're on the fucking plane, man. We're on the plane.
We're on the plane. We're on the plane of existence. It's plain to see. Yeah, game is to level the plane.
What a boss program. This is the 18, and if he didn't suss it, well, he's about to find out.
Yeah. No,
it's going on.
Let's put this Trinity into motion now, yeah, and add another corner, another 90-degree angle of truth, yeah, to it. Now,
here he comes, fam. Bitch! Come on, brother! Yeah, man! Bitch! You know, makes sense.
No entities, no liar. We're lying, that's what we are. We're not lying down, bro, we're rising. That's what we do.
Yeah. So this is Ruben, guys. Whoever don't know Ruben, get him online. He's got to just put your tag up, brother. This guy's Jamaican, Irish Jamaican, and he's part of our crew, man. He's part of who we are.
Living soul, man. Living brother, witness.
Man. Warriors come out to play.
Yes, brother.
Do this strong together, united. That's what we are. But this is the United Kingdom, and we need to unite the domes, so we come together.
The domes,
Do you know what I'm saying? And this is where it will start.
Well, if you look, boys, I'm just gonna. If you swap me and Smudge, I'm just saying. If you look, it's like, oh fuck it, that's sort of our position in the country, isn't it? Birmingham, Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, Chester on the Mersey. Fuck me! Surprise, surprise! North East, South West.
Northern Power.
I'm seeing. Can you see? In plain sight. Let's play. Game's over.
As king, we're no longer asking for our freedoms. Yeah, it's come to a point in time where common unity and we take back what's rightfully ours anyway. Because lies. So the law of truth trumps lies and illusions and trickery. You know what I'm saying? And we are the truth, and we are the law, and we are that in the physical.
The truth of the matter.
Living witness.
The truth of the matter. The matter of the truth. Without us, there's no truth.
Uncle Joey Diaz says it takes 3 game all in motherfuckers to take over the planet. Well, it's 4 of us, so someone's in this shit, aren't they? It's not us. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
it's just about the time, the truth. It's the coherence. You know, I'll tell any person, any living being, any which way you want to tag label yourself on the planet. If you think you're struggling for anything you need to know, you don't need to look any further than the screen, because between the 4 of us, you've got what you need to know. And if we can't answer you, there's not many people on the planet who can answer you, and that's just how it is. And if you don't like that, well, I can own I'm Jesus Christ, and so does Ruben, and so does Smudge, and so does Scott, because we've got 144s, and there's 12 of us, 13 of us, so let's go. Yeah, and then anyone else come and join up.
Simple way out to just prove, like, what you said there, like, so if someone comes across, why, how can you think that? Well, the fact of the matter is, these constructs have been given by Masons, yeah? The Big Bang Theory was created and given to a Mason, so they give you a bit of a truth with a lot of a lie. But I believe with a knowing that the Big Bang was the creator, that the energies, the divine energies, broke itself up into fractalized itself into a million light souls, yeah, to then experience this, its creation in the physical. And we are all that soul can be that experience, a point of view. You're all a point of view. You're all a jewel in the Most High's crown, you know what I'm saying?
So if I explain this in a different way for you guys as well, because obviously some people get it in some way, some will get it in another. We are all experiencing a different perception so we could all enjoy a different point of view. Because if you was God and you'd experience everything by yourself, you get boring. So you want to go and experience it with someone else. So you create an opposition, a duality, someone that you could speak to, a mirror, someone that could talk to and have a difference of opinion. So you could experience a difference of opinion. So you can experience an enemy or a friend. Because if you had no enemies, you only have friends. So when we come down, we start to multiply. And we multiplied, and as we multiplied, we lost our belief, and our belief is it become a doubt, and the doubt is this doubtful world we live in. But if you only ever believed the things you said you could do, then your mind would believe it, and your body could achieve it, and you would create as you spoke. Abracadabra, create as you speak, because words are spellings, and spellings are creations. Watch what you're saying. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you watch what I'm saying? Can I watch what I'm saying? Because you can see the things you're saying. So the voice is the most powerful thing. With your heart and your mind, that creates the trilateral. The 3, the 1, the 2, and the 3. And when you're doing 3 things, you're trying. So keep fucking trying. And use your heart, your mind, and your voice. And do. And don't just be.
Well, in the beginning was the word. And the word is the vibration. Yeah.
The
So
logo.
when we speak the vibration, it's all a frequency, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So
in the beginning was the Logos. In the beginning was the primordial on. That was it. The creation of on. That was it. There was no word. It was just a sound.
If you go
in the beginning was the vaccination and the birth certificate.
Let's not tell lies,
that's it. Number 1, mate. That is the research.
Well, you step on spoiler, don't you? Fucking hell.
If you research the word beginning, if you go look at the word beginning, look at in parables and syllables, and look at what each part of that word means, you'll find that it's Jesus on a cross. It actually means the man that created, the man that was the one that created everything else. It means in the beginning, the beginning is here and now. Beginning. We're out to the beginning. We're in the middle. We're at the end. We are the beginning. We are the middle and the end. We are the Alpha and the Omega, and that is that.
And we have to just remember that obviously we created everything. Everything was put in place by us. When they're talking about Freemason, that's us. Illuminated one, that's us. Illuminati, that's us. It's just putting it in different context.
That triangle is your heart and your third eye. Yeah, it's your third eye, your ion, turn your eye on, turn it on. So ionize your eye by positively charging it with good foods, good waters, good feelings, good thoughts. And then when you get the eye on, you put that eye on in the heart, the triangle, and that's when you get your Freemason sign. So that's why the mockers with our own symbols, they've reversed and inverted our own symbols and symbolisms.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah, and 100%, mate. Yeah, I agree with that. We are
1,000,000%, an absolute 1,000,000%. All in plain sight. They've played your 369, your Volkswagen, your Pepsi, everything's in your fucking face. All comes from the Volkswagen. That's your tree of life, your 369 chart. It comes from there. Why do you think the Germans are so efficient? Why do you think the Germans are so good at doing everything? Most of the kit that's put together like this will be made in Germany. Most of the best things in the world are because the efficiency. Why? Because energy efficiency, efficiency, heavy like it.
The next stage of their agenda now can only be divide and conquer. That's the own back to basic program that they can do.
It's distractions as well. The distractions to divide. They're giving more distractions now. Like they've just found the skull of one of the children that was murdered up on the moors, and that's so that people go looking at that and then looking at who did it, and obviously they know who did it. Peter Sutcliffe and whoever else. It's all about trying to get you to look at the things that have already been and gone, or to create more distractions so they can create more divide underground, or as an umbrella under the umbrella. So. Like just on that list trust now, have you not noticed how people are able to speak on top of videos now?
Is that traumatic? Is that for real? Is that traumatic?
Let me explain this to you guys.
In the chat for real?
1 second.
Yes,
you ready?
God.
If these new videos, this new technology now, you can actually create videos where the mouth is speaking as you're speaking. It looks like someone else is doing that video, or it looks like they're really speaking that thing they're saying. They've created these illusions on the screen, so it makes it look easier to indoctrinate videos. So now someone's going to go, no, that's not real, that's fake. Because if it's real, then how can I believe it? So even though she said it, they can say, well, that's just doctored that. That ain't us that said it. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to change people to believe that it's just a load of bullshit.
No, brother, when we speak it, we put 25 billion times more power on that fairy. Nah, fuck that. She's a fucking fraud.
No, I
She's
know
a
that.
fucking punk. You know what I mean? She just is what she is. It's just everyone knows that we're all that in. You can't fail to pick up on our vibe and frequency because, like, you know, like Joey Diaz says, 3 motherfuckers. Well, there's 4 monsters here, absolute monsters are boosting us. What are you going to do when we boost you? You know what I'm saying? Boost! Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean?
Listen, I was just in a chat with I was in a chat with Big Nasty. Yeah? This is how serious it is. Yeah. As soon as I mention anything to do with, like, obviously the Jamaican and the Irish coming together, shut me out the chat. Yeah, shut me out, fam. This is serious, fam. This is powerful, fam.
Yeah.
Big Nasty, is that get it down south? Yeah.
Now, but listen to me though, because everybody thinks it's the governments. Everybody keeps going about the governments, the politicians, and the police, fam. Nah, blood. I used to be in the Navy, fam. They're my people, fam. I used to work in the Navy, but my Irish people, my work, dude. You know what I mean? We was in there to save people. Yeah. Let me tell you, the people behind the government and the politicians is the doctors and the software engineers and the software programmers, and they're mainly Asian and Arab, fam. And I'm talking to my brethren, yeah, my brethren that I go MC with, all, you know, and he's a DJ, fam. I still love him, you know. No one's there, but he knows the truth. But they know the truth. It's not nothing to be like, because we are the gods, family. We are the Lord. We are the creators in the flesh. We created them. They're our children. Now, when I'm telling them this, revealing this, it's to save them. It's not because I want to take your head off because of what you've done. I don't think you actually know what you've done. I think it's your forefathers. So I'm not blaming anybody right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I just know the truth. It's our Asian Arabs and children that are controlling the government, that are controlling the solicitors. And that's...
It's
like real. Where's in style? 1945, and drop the bombs.
The splice, man. A lot of people splice with different DNAs from different animals as well. You can speak on this guy, Ruben. Give him a bit of your talk, man. Give him a bit of your talk, brother.
Well, you know what it is, obviously. I don't really like speaking like that, family. You know what? We're all loving it. Nah. We're all loving it. We're all family in it. So, like, obviously, as long as we know that the Jamaican and Irish are the mother and father to all nations, I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Because it's like telling somebody that they're... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, we're on about. There's a lot of splicing, DNA splicing, and the technology is a lot further on than they're making out, right?
Just keep it simple, innit? Just keep it simple.
I break down words, me. Look at the word Jesuit, yeah? It's Jesus with an it in it, and what is it? It is IT. It is information technology. It is Jesuit, because they don't want us to be Jesus. They want us to be Jesuits. They want us to be part of the IT crowd. Part of the tech knowing and the technology. They want the tech knowing inside us, not us to just know about the technology and use it with us.
We are technology, brother. There's nothing they can find in us that we can't do ourselves. A billion folds over. But they've got everyone thinking that with that daft of the things. I've got so-called genius friends in Liverpool who were very doing for us, but they're on the wearables and that. And because they're very narrow-minded, it's hard to get out them circles, and that's the problem. When some people have been quick to jump into what they think is their path, then have been like us, they've been pulled left and right, and we have to be very aware of lots of people that will play this game, are wearing them wearable watches, everything they're thinking, downloading, everything in their phones, every conversation goes straight to a computer. So, then matter what people have got to bear in mind just how heavy the technology that's close and around you. People don't quite realise the more your orb goes that way, and if you're walking out at 15 foot, you know what I'm saying, with your Taurus field, everyone you get close to, you're just yin and yang in there. So whatever negative they've got on you, just go, brrr, everyone you go to, and the bus, the train. So bear that in mind then, when you've got people who talk and engage with things like this with us, and are talking God is great and all that in places. So just how deep this goes, like we're still not being asked, they left us behind to fight the Aussie, to done this to the black men ants. If Liverpool can be fucked up like this, to fuck itself over and not get it, then the whole of the United Kingdom as a whole who's open to it now, there's an issue on. But I don't mind pulling my city apart and shaking it from inside out, because it needs a clean bomb going off. It needs a big, massive boost bomb going off of love. Because
do you know what, Quantum? Yeah, so
music, mate.
How we got into this position, yeah, of mess is putting. So God gave man dominion over land, air, water, sea. So we are the law. Yeah?
Middleman.
So once upon a time, yeah, we was the master masons, the master builders. We was the grand designers.
Still are.
Yeah, we still are, but in all its glory and all its power and all its building and all its